Yes, you did.
I was about to say like, hey, with you.
You can say hey if you want.
No, I'm not gonna be like with you. Hey guys!
It's Annemarie, and today I'm with two special guests.
Hello, I'm Brooke.
I'm Katherine.
So today we're doing a really fun college collaboration.
On my channel, we're talking about like the first week of college and what to expect.
And then this video is gonna be how to prepare for a successful school year.
Yeah, if you click over to me, I'll be doing a whole guide to college moving day, so if you're worried about that, I'll have a bunch of tips on my channel.
Be sure to check out both of their channels and subscribe after you're done watching this one.
Thanks.
Alright, let's get into the video.
That little like transition.
Yeah.
Hello again. So we're gonna go right into the video just so that this isn't too long. The first tip that I would have you guys do on maybe like the first day of classes, actually. You wanna sit down with your agenda, computer for iCal or Google Calendar. You're gonna write every single thing down from your syllabi, from all your classes, and just put every assignment, any due date, any project date, basically anything that you see from your syllabi, you're going to transfer onto this calendar. And this has to be a point of reference that you actually look at often and go to, otherwise this is going to be pointless. The cheapest method that would probably work best for me is just literally printing out calendars and then writing this on those sheets of paper. A little bit of organization goes such a long way. You're gonna really thank yourself later when you can just see visually what you'll have to do for the next month or next week or even the next day. Okay, so right after you do your own calendar, you are going to make the exact same thing with all of your professors as well as your TA's office hours. And when I did this, I think I took the very difficult approach and I made like my own calendar with like the little time slots, like I made every single thing. You can enter this in Google Calendar, you can enter this in iCalendar. You're definitely gonna wanna include the time, their names, just in case you don't know them, which is kind of sad, but it does happen. And then something that's really important is to write down the building and room number that they're in, because I didn't do this, and let me just say, I'll save you a lot of trouble by just telling you to write that in the first place. Now I'm gonna give you some life-changing advice for when you're actually like going to school and going to class. And the first thing is, go to class. There are just so many reasons why you should go to class. Like, first of all, a lot of professors really just value when people actually come to their class. No one likes to feel unloved, and if there's no one at the professor's class, he's probably gonna favor them and give them tips for the finals or something like that. Just go to class overall. Go to class. Go to your office hours. This is actually such a life hack that not a lot of people really utilize, and it just really doesn't make any sense. You get to know your professors better, they get to know you, and if they're at cutoffs or trying to determine grade cutoffs, they'll definitely remember your face and remember that you came in. Also, they're the people who know the material that they're teaching you best. This has actually saved me hours of time trying to figure it out myself versus just going there for like 10 minutes and having them explain it in a different way. It's a little bit hard at first because it's a little awkward, but trust me, especially if you establish this like relationship early on, it'll just be easier to keep coming back. And if you establish relationships with each of your professors, you'll have a big pool of professors to come back to when you need their help or reference for something. Okay, so now I'm gonna move into a little bit more study related tips. The first tip that I have is to find a place that will be your study space. So my place is the library. When I go to the library, like a switch has flipped and I just know that it's time to study. Versus when I come here, it's like, oh, like I could be studying or I could take a break and then come back and study, and it just really doesn't work out. So have a place, a designated place to study. This next one's like a little bit weird, but I would just recommend making friends or trying to make friends with smart people. And this doesn't mean using the nerds or smart people, just genuinely like make friendships with people that are studious and work hard in class. A girl in my sorority actually was in my finance class. I think she did probably like the third or second best because there was this one guy who's just real smart. But I always sat next to her for class and we always studied together. And I didn't do as well as her, but she helped me learn the content so much better than if I had tried learning it myself. So it's really beneficial, and it's just all around like a much more fun way to study is with someone else, but you really can't do that unless that person is really studious. Another huge tip that I always could use: give yourself enough time. This is the problem that I always run into when I don't do so well on a test or an assignment. It's not that I'm not smart enough, it's literally just that I am unprepared or didn't give myself enough time, which kind of makes me like not smart in a way, but also it's not that I can't do it, it's just that I didn't prepare enough. which also goes along with a comment that I got on YouTube from my last video that I posted. Yes, I do read all of your comments. But this comment was from Sonia, and she said, "How do you not get intimidated being surrounded by super intelligent people? Being by smart people in classes makes me really intimidated even though I have a 4.0. This literally used to be me in high school. I joined what was called like the highly gifted program at my high school, where a lot of people were in it since elementary school because they went to a feeder school into this highly gifted program in middle school and high school. But I joined it much later, and I just felt like I kind of didn't belong. I wasn't as smart as these people. I've actually learned so much from having this experience of not thinking that I was good enough or smart enough, surrounded by all these like really intelligent people. First of all, it's really okay to feel this way, and I think that as time progresses and as you grow up, you'll definitely learn a lot from it. But I think the biggest thing is that you'll learn that you were really foolish and silly to think that you weren't smart enough to be surrounded by these smart people, or that you weren't as smart as these people. If you truly feel like you don't belong in this group of people, just fake it until you make it. And this sounds like such a cliche, and it kind of is, but this is such a great tip for all aspects of life. Someone that you think is really smart might think the exact same thing that you're thinking, that they're not good enough to be around all these smart people. So you just never know, and never assume that people think you're dumb, because I can almost guarantee you that no one thinks that. If people do in fact think that you're dumb and don't belong there, let them. I love being underestimated because, have you guys ever heard the quote, "Haters are my motivators"? Yeah, I take that quote very seriously. I think that it's really easy to take that motivation from those people who don't think that you can do something and turn it into something really productive and just prove them wrong. It's perfect. But don't make that your like life goal, because then you just like cultivate a lot of hatred, and it's probably not healthy for you. Now I'm gonna move into the mental and physical health aspect of this, because this is just as important as all the other things that I talked about. The first thing is something that I sometimes have a hard time with, and that is if you have a slip up, don't get discouraged. There are just so many times where I have like a little slip up or a grade doesn't go as I planned, and I'm kind of just really discouraged from it and just don't revive it. That is not the thing to do. See this as your opportunity to make this your project and succeed at it. And then the second thing that I really want to touch on is that overexertion is not cute, and we should not romanticize it. You need balance in your life. You need to exercise, you need to sleep enough, and if you don't for a certain week or day, then you need to catch up on the weekend or whenever you can. Overexertion and overworking yourself is just not cool. It's not sustainable. So let's just stop romanticizing it. And the last tip that I have before my battery dies is to be optimistic that you will have a great year, because this will just point you in the right direction and set you up for success for actually having a great year. So good luck. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you like it, and then subscribe to this channel if you're from either of their channels if you liked this video. And if you're one of my subscribers, be sure to click on either of their faces right now to go watch the next video. I'll annotate both of their faces so you can choose who you want to pick.
Oh my god! Or just watch them all, honestly.
Yeah, watch them all. Their links will be in the description box.
Yes, they will. Sounds good. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
What a party.
See you on my channel.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Hey everyone, it's me. So today I posted on Instagram and I said, hello, followers. So I decided to do a Q&A